Can you guys hear me now? There we go. There we go. Let me adjust the levels just a little bit so it's not too loud for you guys. How are we all doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a really good day today. I'm adjusting some of the audio levels on this just because I haven't streamed Avowed before, so I want to make sure we're all good there. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope you guys have been good. I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks. There was California fire stuff, and then I was sick for a little bit, and then very busy with some work stuff. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. We are playing a little bit of Avowed on stream today. I've gotten to the second zone, so I think I'm like halfway through the game-ish, something like that. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I'm not sure, but it's just starting to get pretty good, right? So my first impressions of this game were mixed, to say the least. I personally love Pillars of Eternity. It took me years and years, man. I kept trying the first game and never got into it, and eventually I went through the whole thing and completed it. And it's now one of my favorite RPGs of all time, especially the story. And that's why I was really excited for Avowed, man. And, you know, first impressions, the world is very beautiful. It's a little shallow, like the towns and things. You know, the NPCs don't walk around. There's no reactivity in the world and things like that. But the combat's very fun. What I was worried about was the writing is not quite as strong as Pillars of Eternity and some of Obsidian's other stuff. But it's been getting better. It's been getting better, you know, because the main thing for me, too, is the lore, right? I love the lore of Aora and, you know, which is the world of Pillars of Eternity and Avowed, for those of you who don't know. And I think it has some of the best storytelling and world building of any game, any RPG ever, especially the first game, man. If you guys haven't played Pillars of Eternity 1, there's a twist in that game that's absolutely awesome. And I'm curious to see if Avowed kind of touches on that. It hasn't so far. Like I mentioned, I'm still, you know, around, probably a little bit before the halfway point of this game, or around that section. So, you know, I have a ways to go. Things are just starting to get interesting. We're starting to learn a lot of the lore. So hopefully we'll uncover a little bit of that today on stream. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best here, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me know how the volume is, by the way, as well. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit for you guys on the game side, and then we can go from there. But yeah, hopefully all looks good. So yeah, I say without further ado, I think we hop in here. I'm gonna up the music a little bit. All right. I'm in the middle of like a big quest, by the way, in the second act. I think it's towards the end. So spoilers in case you guys haven't played and do want to. But I think this is going to be an interesting part because a lot of the beginning of the game was just getting my build up to snuff and things like that. But now we're at the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. But we'll see. I'm rocking the mage build because, of course, I am. That's kind of what I always go for in games like this, at least to start. Like I mentioned, though, man, the combat in this game is surprisingly really good. Like I'm addicted to it, which almost never happens in RPG games, right? I'm pretty much playing for the story and things. And sadly, the story's been okay. It's very generic, but the lore of of the Pillars of Eternity universe and Aora, that part's starting to get very good. So hopefully we'll uncover some things here shortly. We're underground in a temple that is housing an Adra pillar, which for those of you who've never played Pillars, basically they're like soul they're like soul essence siphons, I guess, right, for the gods, which we'll get into more of that later.
Ready?
All right, let's pull them in, boys. Yeah, like I mentioned, the combat in this game is just fantastic, man. I've been really, really enjoying it. A lot of movement and things like that. I don't know. I've always, I don't know, everything about does combat-wise, I'm a really, really big fan of. You know, just like the constant movement, you know, and that's why I spec a lot into kind of having more energy as well to jump around. I'm playing on hard, by the way, as well, for any of you who are curious. I just got wrecked. But yeah, I am playing on hard. So the game's actually been fairly difficult, mostly because the enemies are all bullet sponges. Thank God the combat's pretty good, though, so it's been, you know, manageable. I'm a little under-leveled as well for the zone we're in, so we're just kind of going for it. Alright, let's heal up. I'm going to eat some things here, too, to make myself a little stronger. All right.
Enemy to the right.
Yeah, man, but just like watching the combat even, it's just so good. They did a really, really good job on this. Alright, let's take this guy out. It's getting kind of annoying. I should have enough to use my spell again, which we're gonna do on the main guy.
Give me a second.
Oh, holy shit. There we go.
Come on. Come on. Another soul for the wheel.
Also, one thing I noticed is I could have sworn I changed my keybinds. Let's check if it's there. Yeah, for some reason the keybind went away, but that's okay. Let's actually do this. Okay, apply changes. Cool. The game hasn't been very buggy so far. It's been running well as well. I know some people have had issues, but for me,
Some of us have work to do.
all good.
I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar.
All right, let's see what's down here. Got some awakened Adra. That's very good for me. Do I need anything else? All right, so we found the Adra pillar. There's got to be something good down here. Let me explore around before we grab that. Is that door open? No.
Come, hear us through the Adra.
So there's been a voice in my head also.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us.
I say we do it.
The Godless erected many important sites around Pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
All right, here we go. Hopefully uncovering some of the secrets now, finally. What the hell?
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
So my guess has been this entire time, this voice in my head is one of the new gods or something like that, which I think is a cool concept. We'll see how they actually, pull it off here. But, like in theory, I like the idea. Yeah, hold up. There we go.
We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls.
You're describing worship. The goddess did have a god, or the godless did have a god. You. Ah, interesting. She's the god of the godless. Interesting.
We felt the thrill of their wonder. We basked in their desire to know us. They brought their prayers to us. We answered.
A new god. How did you come to be? Okay, yeah, see, this is, like I said, the story's been pretty, it's, I mean, you could have seen this coming a mile away for any of you guys who've been playing as well in Act 1, but I do think it's interesting. I like the overall idea. We'll have to see where it brings the lore of the series, though. If you're a god, why has no one heard of you? Lies and trickery. Everyone knows the gods of Eora. You're not one of them. Let's ask here.
Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sapadal.
Sapadal. I gotta look that up. So let's see what that is. What is Sapadal? Sapadal is your divine patron and the god of the living land. So that's just her name. Imprisoned and alone, they rattled the bars of their cage and cry for help that only you, their godlike, can provide. So the Akita were... I'll just read this out for you guys. So the Akita, or they're called the godless in this game, basically ancient settlers in the living lands who mysteriously vanished years ago, leaving behind few clues to their fate. Only ruins and artifacts remain of their past. So, I mean, the story, right, has been kind of... I have this strange voice in my head. We're now finding out that it's this ancient god for the godless, or, you know, I guess these people that people thought were godless, you know, which has been fairly obvious, I think, right from the beginning of the game. But I do like where they're taking this. I'm very curious to see how this ties into Pillars of Eternity 1, especially, and kind of the reveals there, because, you know, for any of you guys who have played that game, you know that this is a very big reveal for specific reasons. But I felt the rumblings of other gods in the beyond, but never you. All these years I've wondered whose godlike I am. I'm your godlike. That makes you the god of a dead people, and my deity. What aren't you telling me? Yeah, let's feel that.
We offer you connection, root to branch, and you return to us with suspicion. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long.
Hey, what's up, Stigmatism? How you doing today, my man? Appreciate you coming in. Okay, so interesting. So she's an old god from, I'm assuming, a pantheon of gods that we have no idea about. My question is going to be is how does this relate to the Ingwithans, for any of you guys that do know Pillars of Eternity lore? See, now things are getting very interesting. As I mentioned, when I first was playing Avowed, the writing's not quite as strong as, you know, the other Pillars of Eternity games, which is a shame, and the companions are pretty dull. But they've been getting better, especially Kai. He's had some funny quips recently, but even more so this lore, man, the world building. I'm very curious to see where they take this. And now I need your help. I have to stop the Dream Scourge. I'm assuming she's the source of the Dream Scourge, but I could be wrong. This is about freeing you from your prison, isn't it? That's why you've reached out.
No, we do desire our freedom, yes, but we also wish to know you. Can two shoots not spring from the same seed?
I do not trust this person.
Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden. Beyond the poison sea.
I'll find you, I promise. I won't let you suffer alone. Nah, I don't trust. Nah, man, Sapadal, I do not trust this thing. No shot. The garden, a poison sea? You've got to give me more than that.
Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us. The questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain.
I'm trying to adjust the audio levels for you guys just a little bit as well, by the way, just so you don't have any issues. I want to make sure the sound volume of my mic is good compared to the audio. And then you'll help me in. I don't like this, but I don't have much of a choice.
You who walk free under sun and stars, you speak to us of choice? No matter. We would still offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. You rejected us once before. Let us lend our shade and strength, for your sake and ours.
Accept Sapadal's power. Very well, grant me your power. Reject. Keep your gift. I'll do this my own way. I don't really want to take her gift. Let us lend our shade and strength through your... I feel like I should reject it. A sliver of your power is a sliver of your soul. Your gift makes me a little more you. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. Because I definitely don't trust Sapadal. Like, something's going on here. I think she was in prison because she's an evil god, right? I'm trying to be a good guy, boys.
A mere drop in a lake. A drop of our blood, our sap, given to nourish you. We would never harm you, seed of our soul. We could not, even if we wished such cruelty. Your will remains yours. Will you accept it?
Nah, we gotta deny. I feel like she's gonna give me some really good power in combat, but it's just not worth it.
A wasted gesture then. It is yours to regret. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
Interesting. Very interesting. Godlike's Will. Passive ability. Gain a bonus ability point to spend on a fighter, ranger, or wizard. Yeah, because I denied her new power. Well, I'll take it, honestly. Not bad. Oh, what do we got here? Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're just chilling. Let's go on Kai.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought.
You thought I was dead, didn't you?
It's a good thing we got results, because I have no desire to put you through that again. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness.
The garden.
You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you?
Sapadal is the god of the living lands. Okay, yeah, but I'm just gonna mention I'm a godlike. Their voice in my hand.
Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this?
They didn't reach out to me until I set foot in the living lands.
A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Not the Adra itself, but how it comes together. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the living lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the living lands is their prison, their tomb.
Interesting. I'm so curious to see how Sapadal is going to relate to the pantheon of gods we already know about, like Aethys and everything, right? Because keep in mind, I played Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, so see, this is what I was hoping for. Now we're getting to the good stuff, boys. There must be a connection between Sapadal and the Dream Scourge. 100%. I think Sapadal is the Dream Scourge. Like, for sure, Sapadal's trying to trick us, right? And then make us, like, you know, unleash the Dream Scourge on all the lands. Hey, what's up, Arthas? What's your thoughts so far? I think it's good. The writing initially wasn't as strong as Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. It's gotten better. I do like the companions more now towards the end of the second zone. On top of that, the lore is finally getting pretty interesting. I personally love Pillars of Eternity. I don't know if you guys have played the original games that this series is based on. They are fantastic. You know, like, I love sci-fi, so I'm usually more of a Mass Effect guy as opposed to, say, like, Elder Scrolls. But Man, dude, Pillars of Eternity, it might be the best lore I've ever seen in a video game ever, in a lot of ways. And so I'm very interested to see where Avowed's taking it. Another thing is, I have to say, the combat in this game is fantastic. I've been enjoying it a ton. Making your build. It's really under-tuned. Like, it feels like this game came out a little early, even though I know it was delayed a couple times. Like, it's very, like, you should almost get, like, double the amount of skill points they give you because it's so hard to make a build. But once it comes online, it's very fun. So I'm enjoying it, man. It's a solid, like, 7 to 8 out of 10 so far. The side quests are kind of just generic. Some of them have been cool, but it's been getting better, so I'm hoping this next zone will be even better for sure. Do you think choices are mattering? Are they illusions of choice? I mean, they matter. The world's not very reactive. They do matter. Like, for example, in one quest, I had actually killed an encampment of steel Garrote fighters before I talked to one of the NPCs in the final part of like an hour or 2 hour long quest. And because I had done that, all of my options to do other things were gone because she was like, wait, you murdered everyone. What the hell? My whole plan. Like now, you know, and she got pissed and immediately attacked me. And I looked it up and there's actually a lot of different ways that can play out in terms of talking your way out of it, siding with her and things like that. So, I mean, choices matter in terms of how much they're going to matter. I don't, you know, at the end of the game, I don't know because I haven't gotten there. But it's a little deeper than people have been saying in terms of choice and consequence, but it's very, how do I explain this? My problem with Avowed so far is it's very old school. Like it feels like a 2006 RPG in all the best ways and all the worst ways. So like the towns aren't reactive, NPCs don't do anything, they barely move. Everything feels like set dressing as opposed to an immersive, you know, real world, like say Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you know, or even Baldur's Gate 3 with its reactivity. But also it has all the good sides, right? Of like, it's just a fun video game. Like it's actually just fun to play. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's not like overly large, and cumbersome. It's kind of, I don't know. It's been a solid game so far. It'll depend on how this lore goes to see if I absolutely love it or not though. That's nice to hear. Yeah, it's good to know. All right, let's continue here. There must be a connection between Sapadal and the Dream Scourge. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You could be right. But we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
I wouldn't turn down help. We don't even know if Sapadal can be trusted. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm thinking. I kind of want to see what Kai thinks, so.
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start?
Thanks, Kai. I need to find the halls of Tabaru Sanakis. What is Tabaru Sanakis? He mentioned it in the last chat, but I didn't even... I think they mentioned it in one of the previous things. It's like an ancient temple.
Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues.
All right, let's do it. What does this mean for the Emerald Stair? After everything we've learned, maybe the governor will invite us back.
Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel.
Uh-oh. Are we under attack? Is this happening now, or is it a memory?
We were sure they came. Was it the past?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter?
I have a bad feeling. We need to get back to Fior Mesiverno fast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Is that Garrus? Yes, that is Garrus from Mass Effect. It's the same voice actor, which actually is pretty hype. I wasn't sure if it was going to make me feel like I was just walking around with Garrus the whole time. It kind of does, but ooh, what do we got right here? What did that open? Let's look. Oh. A lot of exploration in this game, by the way, for those of you who haven't played it. In a good way. I've actually been enjoying it. I'm usually not a big exploration guy, but this game has a lot of secrets everywhere. A lot of hidden loot. I know people have been kind of comparing it to Skyrim, so I guess in that way it's pretty similar in the fact that there's a lot of weird places and loot to find, but it's definitely a much different game as well. But I actually been enjoying it. There's parkour, the combat feels great, like all that stuff has been fantastic. And I've been really liking it. Sweet. All right, we got a purple, not bad. What do we got here? Ooh, Awakened Adra, that's really good actually. Gonna be good for crafting. Okay, so now we need to go back to the city and see what's happening.
Learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time.
There's a couple loading screens in the game. I don't know why, but I saw so many reviewers be like, and there's no loading screens. And I'm like, I don't know what game you're playing. But it's not like Starfield, though. So, like, for example, I'll open up the map. The only loading screens are if you go into town and then if you go into, like, encampment areas. But it's a big area otherwise. As you guys can see, I've only explored like half of this zone, and this is the second zone. This is the full map. So far you start the game in Dawn Shore, and right now we're in the Emerald Stair. I don't know how many zones there are. I'm getting vibes of there's going to be a third big zone and then maybe like a final zone to end the game. That's a hunch. I have no clue, but that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. You know, I've played enough games to kind of get a gist. The thing is, though, I don't know where we're going to go. So I'm assuming we're either going to go desert, whatever the hell this swampy thing is, or snow. So maybe there's 5 zones, actually. Maybe 5 or 6, maybe even 7 if they're this. But I don't think the game's that long. I'm enjoying it. I actually wish there was more, because, you know, it's finally starting to really hit for me. And it's a pretty beautiful game. I mean, look at this, you know?
Oh, my God. No!
Oh, wait.
Andres devs.
Wait, what? Oh, shit, the city's on fire.
No accident.
Damn. That is not good.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste.
Let's go.
I just hope Quilici is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
One of the reviewers said the game is very broken. Any game-breaking bugs so far? Are you talking about Luke Steffen's review? No, mine's been totally fine. And I think most people have been fine. I don't know what happened to his.
Looks undamaged.
Because mine's been totally fine. No bugs at all or anything.
State of our defenses.
Maybe like
Whoever
one.
started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it.
But I also have a 4090, so I mean, maybe don't take my
Someone
word
with
for
a
it.
dangerous enemy today.
I think there's
We'll
something
fight
on
them
top of
with
this
you,
house.
Gianna.
They break, they bind us.
Alright, let's see what's in here, baby. Yeah, Luke's review. I love Luke. He's a good guy. He has good reviews. But I'll be honest, I have no clue what he was talking about there. I actually think it was a personal problem. Because if you watch a lot of the other reviews, people aren't having issues. I'm having no bugs. The game's, like, fine for me. It's not, like, the most optimized thing of all time, but, you know, it's not bad at all. So I'm going to be honest, I have no clue what he was talking about. I think his PC might have been having an issue, or it was because he was doing cross saves, so maybe it was like corrupting his save files constantly. I'm not sure what the actual issue was, but as you guys can see, there's a lot of parkour in this game, which I actually really enjoy. Just traveling around the world and running around is really nice, man. It's something I wasn't expecting.
In the name of freedom. It took 50 years. Our oppressors caught up to us.
Alright, so let's jump over here. I've already killed most of the things around here. Once you kill stuff, it all disappears, so it's gonna be pretty dead.
And again they strike.
Yeah, I like this zone though. The first 2 zones have been interesting, somewhat similar in some ways, but good. By the way, how is the FPS? Let me know if it lags at all for you guys. I think it might lag a little because I set my settings really high on the camera, which maybe I should have lowered. But yeah, if it gets laggy at all, let me know for you guys, and I can try and adjust a little bit. Also, we need to sell some stuff. Let's go here, here. Yeah, because the GPU is getting pretty taxed. In fact, I can lower the settings a little just while I'm here. Graphics. Let's do high, apply changes. I don't think the graphic settings even change much, to be honest. We could do frame gen as well. Let me actually apply that. Let's see if that lowers our usage. Not really. A little bit, but okay, we'll try that for now with frame gen and see if that helps out a little bit.
I thought you did quite well.
The thing is, actually, with frame gen, what we would want to do is I would want to set it to 30 FPS so we go back up to 60. Do you guys want me to do that? Let me know if there's any lag on the stream. I'm trying to watch. If there is, we can do that. If not, then we're probably fine for now. In fact, actually, wait, I know what I can do. Assuming this is a setting. Let's go to settings. Do they have a 60 FPS or sorry, 30 FPS setting? Oh, frame limit. Oh shoot, because I'm on. Yeah, I'd have to force it to only be 30 and then frame gen up to 60. Let me try one thing, boys. So I'm gonna save really quick. Let me just reload the game. This will take like 10 seconds on your guys' end. 1 second. I just want to make it so it runs well. It's fine for me. Oh, okay, maybe we're fine. Actually, let's just continue. If anything happens, just let me know, boys.
There's the city. Thank goodness.
Envoy, over it.
Uh-oh.
I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him.
Stand aside. Information is my specialty. There's been a lot of choices, too, with your background. I've liked that in the game. Some good choices.
What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job, same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
Oh, this is awesome. So, I know you guys didn't see this on stream, but I actually had killed this encampment. Not from a quest, but I just stumbled upon them while I was searching through the world. I found like a hidden encampment behind a waterfall. Killed everyone inside. Found out some evil plans from the Steel Garrote and, you know, Lord Ludwig or whatever. Awesome. So, I guess maybe I saved the city some?
That was you?
Well, that's one question down. I'm sure the governor will want to thank you himself. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen. I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half.
Straight down the middle, isn't that right?
You Adherents sure know how to bleed all the fun out of something.
Your threats are wasted, Kerr. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Mesiverno.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't carry out the attack herself, so I figured, tell me why.
Emerald Stair's on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
You tell him, Giada.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Ah, now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an adherent, I trust you know how to handle it by the book?
By the way, for those of you guys who don't know, they keep calling me Nadiran. Adir is like one of the main continents. It's southwest of the Living Lands. So like in I guess from your guys' vantage point, in Pillars of Eternity lore, right? Here's the Living Lands, and then I guess here would be Adir, and then here would be Rauatai. So Rauatai plays a big. It has, I mean, for example, Kai's from Rauatai, but especially in Pillars of Eternity 2, you hear a lot about that area. In Pillars of Eternity 2, you play in the Deadfire, though, which is south of there. Including Ludwin. Send him back to the embassy in chains. The behavior is unacceptable.
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote. Nothing less will get through to them.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen if you don't kill him.
Your call, Envoy.
Yeah, we're not going to kill him. He's just a pawn. Send him back to the embassy.
I will see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
But you can't send me back to Ludwin. Don't you know what she does to people who fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around, Envoy. Thanks again.
Perfect. Dude, that was awesome. Okay, so I'll explain this to you guys a little bit. First of all, let me say, because I am just going to restart the game because I can adjust some settings to make it a little nicer for you guys here really quickly. So let me do that. But so give me 10 seconds here. But while we're doing that, one thing I want to say is that I really liked there is off stream I had mentioned, but I attacked this encampment of the Steel Garrote soldiers and uncovered this conspiracy before this part in the main quest even happened. And that was totally like on my own. I didn't do a side quest that brought me there. I think there was a side quest that was going to eventually bring me there, but I did that totally of my own volition. So I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, man. It's things like that, right? Like the more I play this game, the more I'm appreciating it. You know, I mentioned it before, but when I first was playing, I was kind of like, you know, like it's good, but the writing's a little less compared to, say, you know, Pillars of Eternity and things like that. I'm loading the game back up, by the way. But I don't know. The more I've been playing, I've been getting into the lore, the idea of a new god, Sapadal. No, I like that a lot, man. The gods in Pillars of Eternity, I think, are what make it so great. Like the gods, animancy, how language is structured. It feels very realistic to our real world. Yeah, so we're finally getting to the really good stuff, which I'm happy to see, you know. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, is it going to... My only issue is, I don't know, is it going to block it at 45? DLSS frame generation on... Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, you know what? Oh, shoot. Hold up, boys. Sorry, I have to quit one more time. I have to adjust one more setting. This is what happens when you don't stream every week, you know? Thank God for the comparisons to Veilguard by Skill Up is an exaggeration. When I heard that, I was so disappointed. Yeah, it's not as bad as Veilguard. However, I will be honest, it does have some Veilguard adjacent stuff, which is a big disappointment for me. As someone that played Pillars of Eternity, I really, really like the series for all that. And it's kind of... I don't know, how do I say this? It is a big disappointment in a way. Like there's certain scenes, I won't spoil companion things, but there's definitely some scenes where I'm like, this is very Veilguard-y. Like for example, a lot of the companions will have issues, and the way you respond to that is like you feel like an HR person, kind of like Skill Up has mentioned. Like you feel like you're like a therapist. Like someone will complain about something, and a lot of your responses will be like, well, how do you feel about that? Do you want to talk about it? And I don't know, I personally hate that shit, because I'm like, bro, shut the fuck, like, there's a god killing the world, like, shut the, I don't give a shit. like if you're sad that your sister isn't talking to you, it's like, I don't know. I know for some people they like that stuff in their games, but for me, I'm definitely one of the ones that does not. And there is some of that in this game. It's not as bad as Veilguard, though. So, like, for example, you guys have even seen on stream so far today, Kai's like pretty chill. He has some funny quips and stuff. It's like Veilguard light-y, and like, you know, obviously the art design looks Veilguard adjacent as well. And I did not like Veilguard, by the way. I think that ruined the Dragon Age series for me. But this game is not Veilguard. It's not that. It's very fun. For example, the combat's actually very, very fun. The lore is interesting because it's Pillars of Eternity.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the steel Garrote before they could cause any serious damage.
You're damn right I did. It looks like they were preparing for an attack on Fiora. See, this is so awesome. I can't get over this, because I did all of this, once again, off stream, but I did this not even on a quest. I just explored around the area, found the steel Garrote, uncovered the mystery of what was happening myself by reading all the little pamphlets on the ground. You know, all my companions commented on it. And then it looks like this actually affected the story quite a bit. Not to worry, Governor. I assume everything is in order?
You listened to your instincts, and they were right. No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
I've been on her bad side before. It's not a good place. I can deal with the Inquisitor.
We're a long way from Adir. You might find allies in short supply. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the living lands.
Can you be evil in this game at least? Yeah, you can. Like, for example, I could have helped the Steel Garrote and then they would have killed everyone in the city or whatever, I assume, right? I'd have to do another playthrough to really know, or at least watch it online. But yeah, I've had a lot of evil options. I usually go for the good guy playthrough my first time around in almost every game I play. Inquisitor Ludwine did threaten to break the frontier. Want a diplomatic relationship. Maybe they think animancy is too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
Uh-oh.
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
Interesting.
As Jetta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge.
Ooh, that's a yikes.
I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Our man, the governor, man. That's good. That's something Veilguard really lacked. Yeah, it's, I feel like a lot of games recently have been erring a little too much on the good side. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Before I go on here really quickly, because I don't know if you guys have seen that infographic that they released after, you know, Mass Effect 3 came out and everyone had gone through the trilogy, but BioWare released this infographic, and I think like 95% of players chose like all the good options and never did Renegade. So they always did Paragon, right? And it kind of goes to show, like, I see developers' side. Like, I get why they're making less and less bad options in games because so few people actually do it. But I don't even think it's about that, right? Like in Baldur's Gate 3, even if you don't play the Dark Urge, or even if you don't do evil things like, you know, kill a squirrel and watch its blood go everywhere, the fact that you can is what makes it special, right? Like that's kind of like choice and consequence. That's why I like choice and consequence in games. I don't like it because of the choices. I like it because of the consequences, right? So a lot of games have a ton of choices, right? Like, oh, do this, save the town or don't save the town, blah, 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 right? But how does that actually affect the game? How does that actually affect the narrative? So, like, for example, because I killed all the steel Garrote soldiers earlier on in my playthrough, the city's safe, right? And I assume, presumably, right, if I hadn't, it would, you know, a lot of people would be dead right now, or the city would be controlled by the steel Garrote and Ludwig or whatever. So I like that there's actual consequences to actions. You know what I mean? And that kind of principle carries over as well to being evil in games, because, you know, the fact that you can be evil is what makes being good meaningful in a way. So it's like you almost have to do all that heavy lifting as a dev, even though most players don't see it. But that's what makes games great. Go ahead, Giada. Tell them everything.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
Giada, can you help elaborate? I love that I could just... Giada. Come on, Giada, let's go. Yeah, let's have her do it.
There's no other explanation for the spiritual shift in the Living Lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn.
That's our next
The
stop.
only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
Oh, do I get to decide? Paradise is under Adran control.
Exactly. As long as we are animancers, the Adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Oh, see, this is awesome. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't know. There's been a lot of choices in this game I've actually been enjoying. Like, I get to decide where they go. You know, when I first played this game, I thought I would just do one playthrough, but I know you guys haven't seen them all yet, but there's a lot of decisions like this, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. Like, for example, Ludwig, the kind of one of the villains, right? You can decide what your relationship is to them, and I decided she was my lover before, so it's like, I don't know if that'll change things in a fight, but... let's see what they recommend.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
I like how I was like, Giada, can I get your opinion? She's like, yeah, I don't have one. Anyways.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
There we go. Kai's got an actual opinion. I agree with Kai, by the way. I think they go to Thirdborn. Because I like animancy in these games. For those of you guys who don't know, by the way, God, I love Pillars of Eternity, man. God, the lore in Pillars of Eternity is so good. But essentially, animancers they're kind of like soul mages, right? So they manipulate soul essence and like... Because in the Pillars of Eternity universe, big picture, right? Every time a creature or living being dies, its soul goes through Adra pillars, which we saw one at the beginning of this stream. And that siphons those souls into something called the wheel. And then the wheel will, you know, basically put those souls back into new living creatures. So it's basically reincarnation, and the gods control the wheel and time and things like that. But there's a lot of really interesting lore, especially in Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2 as well. And there's a really big reveal at the end of the second game. And basically that's why Avowed's so interesting, because we're in this really, I guess, time of very big crisis. Take your people to Paradise, blend in, and watch the adherence. Now let's go to Thirdborn.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
I guess Thirdborn, right?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way.
Perfect.
You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel.
Interesting.
Which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't. Which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
What's Shatterscarp? I wonder if that's the desert zone. Sounds
God,
like it.
I love that tiny woman.
Sounds like we have a brief detour in Shatterscarp ahead of us.
Oh, a gentleman never tells. She's a feisty one. Almost makes me feel young again.
I am officially putting a stop to this line of questioning. Keep it in the bedroom. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded
Oh, yeah,
by
I
some
already
of our
found that
best
gate.
rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Awesome, guys. Looks like we unlocked the next zone and a new companion.
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
So what we should do is we should talk to our companions back at camp, because they want to say some things, it looks like. And on top of that, let me see if we can switch out the companion after that. Let's go to the Emerald Stair. All right, where do we need to go? So we need to go up to the Shatterscarp Gatehouse up in the north. Perfect. So now, yeah, we get to check out the new zone on stream. This will be nice, guys. Like I said, the game's really heating up. I'm liking it a lot more. Combat's really coming into place with all the upgrades and things I have. You know, the story is getting a lot more interesting now. We're finally getting to, like, you know, the Pillars of Eternity, deep lore and stuff like that. So awesome. Here, 1 second, boys. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. I might grab some water as well. And then I'll be right back. And then we'll hop into the new zone. So give me like 2 minutes or so here. How's it going, guys? You miss me? All right, let's get back to it. Off to Shatterscarp. It'll be nice, man. We get to check out a whole new zone. You guys got to see a little bit of this one, too. I have to say I did like this zone more than the first one. The first one felt a little generic and very, like, on rails. This one was a little more fun, you know. The quests were more involved, a little more choice and consequence, some better lore, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. I suppose that's true. Still think they'll need help. At least they can do their animancy out there. I assume that's some comfort to them. Right, changing the subject.
Thank you for the input, Marius.
We should talk. What happened to Fior Messiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living lands is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far. And in my case, it's inevitable. No matter where animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge.
The whims of gods don't excuse the things mortals do to each other.
I doubt they know the meaning of the word. They seem a little out of touch. Listen to me. A failed animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal. I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself?
That example is your legacy. You can take pride in that.
I wish I could. But that legacy is a debt I can never pay off. My parents died pursuing a better future for animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else.
All right, let's get it done. Oh, she wants to talk about something else as well, it looks like.
I've been meaning to tell you something. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets animancers. And everyone gets along. For once.
Sometimes it takes a tragedy for people to come
We
together.
should try to harness that goodwill. Or replicate it, like an energy source. On the other hand, maybe not. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot.
Your people deserve better. I hope they get a break.
We all deserve better. But fate decided otherwise. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
All right, let's get it done. On to the new area. Cool. Do we need to upgrade anything?
I knew the steel Garrote.
Let's see. After taking damage from an enemy, your next attack within 10 seconds deals plus 20% of the original damage received. No, we're going to keep our Oathbringer totem just because we get the 2 intellect, 2 resolve.
One never plans anything nice.
We can't upgrade that. Let's see if we can. Is there anything we can upgrade? I can upgrade my Animancer Swallowtail, but I kind of want to just get new armor ideally if I can. I should be able to upgrade this to not die though. Like, let's see, what does it cost? Awakened Adra. I'm gonna upgrade it just for now, just so I have better armor, so I don't die as quickly in these fights here. Because I think this next zone is gonna be pretty difficult.
Emerald Stair?
Envoy? Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here. Fior was attacked when we weren't looking. It's a miracle it's still there. Right. I guess we did. Wish we could have done more. At least that's one more town the Steel Garrote failed to burn to the ground. That's something. Right. Changing the subject.
I feel like the companions so far have been okay. Like, Marius is a little eh. Giada's cool. Kai's probably been the best. That's been one weaker point of this game, though. I haven't been a huge fan of the companions. But they've been getting better. I think in the first zone, I was really not a fan at all. Like, I just did not enjoy talking to them at all. Now they're getting a little more interesting. Like, Kai has some more personality that I think they were going for originally. So it's all feeling better. All right. Let's head over to Shatterscarp and see what we can get going there.
Coming in hot.
Let's go in here. What do we got? Perfect. Yeah, a lot of loot everywhere throughout this game, too. Like I said, I was not expecting this game to be as adventure-y as it is. It almost reminds me of an Assassin's Creed game in a lot of ways. And I'm not usually a fan of those games, but because the combat's so good and because I do actually like the world of Pillars of Eternity, I'm enjoying it more here. A lot more action-oriented than I was expecting, though. Which isn't a bad thing, honestly, as long as you have RPG mechanics that are good, too.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Captain Adir, or Alfrey, what are you doing here?
What a colourful grasp of language you have. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased.
Neither am I.
Perhaps, but your goals are aligned. That's all that matters.
We have nothing in common with the likes of her or you.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered.
Why? The Animancers are harmless.
Maybe I can convince you otherwise. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. Shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm.
Damn.
Because I want us to
Giada.
survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
I didn't come all this way to watch a settlement burn. We should be supporting Fior, not delivering their death sentence.
Any good farmer knows when to put down an injured animal. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire.
Wodaka. Oh yeah, I guess I knew
we will
that.
break from Adra if that's what it takes.
So for those of you guys who don't know, the Steel Garrote, they're kind of like a holy band of paladins that worship the Burned Queen, who is Wodaka. And Wodaka was kind of the leader of the gods in the Pillars of Eternity lore, but the other gods rose up against her and kind of took her down before. I think Wodaka's the god of, I want to say, vengeance. That might be one of the other gods. I'd have to check again. In fact, we can probably check right here, right? By the way, great addition to this game. I feel like every RPG ever should do this. So while you're talking, if they highlight words, if you click F or whatever it is on console, right, you can come over and get, an idea. So do we have the Burned Queen? Where's the Burned Queen? Wodaka, here we go. Wodaka, also known as the Burned Queen, Straggler, Oathbinder, and the Queen that was, is the goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, I was right, memory, and hierarchies. She is depicted as an old noblewoman wearing a broken crown. Steel Garrote paladins worship Wodaka, and some say do her bidding. So that'll kind of give you guys some background there if you're not aware. I thought the Steel Garrote never broke an oath.
Very good. But the terms of our arrangement are quite clear. The oath to our goddess supersedes any and all political loyalties. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well.
Ludwin and the Steel Garrote are making a grave error.
You know I can't make that promise. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
Oh, damn.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last.
See, this is why I actually do like the exploration in this game a lot. Once again, you guys didn't see it on stream before, but I had already met these rangers. I had been in this area, right? Not because a quest sent me here. I was just exploring. So I had met the rangers. Like, I killed the Steel Garrote because I was exploring. I met these rangers that she killed because I was exploring. Like, I feel like this is one of those games where, oddly enough, it gets a lot better if you put a lot of time into it and, like, really explore each zone and uncover the secrets and things like that. Yeah, like I said, it's growing on me over time. I had it in like the 7 to 8 range, but it's getting to 8, 8.5, maybe if it can keep this pace, and as long as the story gets really good and the lore is amazing, then I'll bump it up. But it's between a 7 to 8.5 range. It's a big range right now. Ranger Martinio was a decent man. You'll pay for this.
Decent men die every day. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances.
I won't hold my breath. Tell Ludwig I've got an eye on her. I can attack her right now? Oh, wow. Wow, really? Despite what happened here, I'm optimistic. I feel like I shouldn't attack her yet. Because dude, I gotta say, there's actually a lot of choices in this game. I don't know how impactful they are, but it feels like they're very impactful. Like if I just kill her right now, I feel like it's going to change the story a lot. I don't think I'm going to kill her yet, because she might be able to help me turn on Ludwig or something like that. So I'm just going to say I won't hold my breath.
Nor should you, if you insist on interfering with our work. Be seeing you, envoy.
Also, I have a feeling she's very strong, would destroy me.
You've seen what happens when the Steel Garrote mess with Emerald Stair. I suggest you remember it.
Trust me, we will. Good luck with her, envoy. You're going to need it.
I didn't think it was possible to hate someone this much.
Awesome. Okay, so...
One eye open tonight.
Damn right you are, Kai. Okay, so before we go, let's... I think we have an upgrade point. We do. We have an ability point. So let's... what do we want to upgrade here? We could upgrade our Storm ability. What does it do? Rank 2, which I think we would get casting it with our Grimoire. Enemies caught in the beginning of the storm are rooted in place for 4 seconds. Let's try that. Awesome. Okay. Do I have any spells I want to add? No, I think for now we should be good. Okay, boys. On and over. I don't know what that is. Is that because I have a spell on? It'll probably go away. There's our first bug, boys. Yeah, the game's definitely heating up, though. Enjoying it way more.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home.
Ludwig believes Fior is in danger to the living lands. They have no respect.
Did we? We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
I think she will. If I know Ludwig, not even defeat will slow her ambitions. Let's learn about the Thirdborn. I'm kind of curious.
Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed.
Thanks, Garrus. Changed. The Dream Scourge, for sure.
That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
What do you know about Thirdborn, Marius? The only question is what happens when we find what we're looking for.
Don't look at me. Ask the voice in your head.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Yatso believes the answer lies in another godless ruin, Naku Kubel.
Yatsli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsli can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
Let's do it.
This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
Sapadal said the real garden is the friends we make along the way. I feel like I can't not say that one, right? I feel like we have to. I'm obligated now.
Nah, sounds like a load of Sokka to me.
Agreed. Someone is making light of my very serious question. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
Dude, see, this is what I mean, though. Like, I don't know why. I feel like the game's writing is getting slightly better as time goes on. Like, there's more obsidian, funny quips. Like, because at the beginning of the game, it's very generic. Like, it's... As someone that's played Pillars of Eternity and loves Obsidian games, man, like, I actually really like the Outer Worlds, for example, which this game is probably the most analogous to besides Pillars. It's, like, way less quippy, way more serious, but not in a good way. But, like, you know, now it's like, okay, it's actually interesting. There's actually some funny quips. Like, I don't know. It's getting better. Does anyone else want to ask Sapadal a question?
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me, then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
I wouldn't even attempt what we're doing with anyone but you three. This is our chance to finally get some answers. Be ready for anything.
Anything. Right. Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it.
We'll get it.
Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fiorme Siverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it.
I'm beginning to question what the Empire's doing in the Living Lands.
No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Sleep well.
Awesome.
We've got
Almost
a
level
long
15
road
as
ahead.
well. So we'll probably hit that once we get into like one fight. Let's hop out of here. And then let's continue on our journey, guys. A lot of exposition this stream, but that's because, you know, we kind of got to the end of that whole area. I think we're going to be hitting a lot more exploration now.
We smell death here.
Listen to me. Look here. Can you focus on my voice?
Look at
Can
this,
you hear
ladies
me
and gentlemen.
clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just dizzy.
Wow, okay, so we are in the desert zone. So actually, let's look at where we're at. So if we look at the living lands, so Shatterscarp is the desert zone I was talking about. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. In fact, what's this actual zone look like? Ooh, wow. Big zone, big zone. So another, okay, yeah, this game is a lot longer than I thought. It doesn't really feel like we're near the end, but, I mean, things could change quickly. They've definitely started to ramp up, but, okay, so we need to make our way to Thirdborn. What else do we have? We don't need this. Let's close that. So we'll just do the main story for now.
Too many. Not even counting the ones we had to put
Envoy,
down because they turned
I have
into
something to
zombies.
ask of you. A good man is dead out there in the sands. The dream thralls ambushed us, and Helshin, he held them off so we could escape. There was a sword he had that was precious to him, and he would have wanted that sword to continue the fight for Adra. It's of good quality. Might be of use to you.
I'll keep an eye out. Where is it?
The ambush happened out in the ancient lake bed, at the bottom of the rounded cliff. Thank you again, Envoy.
Sweet. Okay, so we got optional learn what happened in Eagle's Reach. Okay, cool.
Another Adiran, Kutabal.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
The corpses are still fresh. The fight must have been recent.
It was a bloodbath. Dream thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes, how heroic. Protecting Kith from Adiran dream thralls.
Are the Dream Thralls here in Adiran? Are they all Adiran? Did you take no precautions, Captain? Why would they all be Adiran?
No, but most are. Our troops haven't been spared, and more are falling ill.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy, Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, Envoy, it's not worth it. Better to go back to Paradise where it's safe.
No part of the living lands is safe. I don't go where I'm safe, Captain. I go where I'm needed. God damn, I am such a hero.
I doubt you're particularly needed in Thirdborn, of all places.
Ludwig asked me to deliver a missive to Temetri.
I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't recognize the name.
Of course, that strange Orlin scholar. She came through not too long ago. Should be in town by now. Before you go, Envoy, Kith aren't too keen on Adirans at the moment. Rumor of what happened in Fjord is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right?
Will do. I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck, Envoy. Gods protect you.
I don't recognize Rutaska, but I know Thirdborn, and it used to be made of sterner stuff.
Dang, look at this area. Yeah, big area this time. I like it, man. I don't know. The game's pretty beautiful. It's got a really good art style. I've actually grown to really, really enjoy it. And we got a side quest.
Got shut down. Ah, welcome to the shit, Envoy.
sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of dream thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Ugh, dream thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. These dream scourge people don't eat their kill.
Where are these mines? Why do we have soldiers in the mines?
The powers that be decided we'd help Thirdborn reopen an old, abandoned sulfur mine. Help arm Thirdborn against the dream scourge, you see. Make friends. But it's not my place to talk about any of it.
Where are these mines?
Follow the path down. You'll see the elevator. It's broken now, but the mines are just on the cliff above.
I used to hear stories about cave-ins up there. Watch your step.
If you hit the Leviathan skull when you're up there, you've gone too far. You'll know it when you see it. If it please you, sounds like they need all the help they can get.
Normally,
awesome, all right.
Beneficial to an ecosystem.
Let's look on the map. Where is that? So the mines are over here. I actually might do that first. I do kind of want to talk to Yatsley just to, you know, get her in the party potentially, but I guess we can move around with Giotto a little bit longer. Find Tama's badge in Shatterscarp. So I think we'll actually focus on that mine first, just because it's close by.
Normal about this.
You there? Please.
Oh, another quest too. We're just getting quest after quest. They're just throwing everything at us right now.
Oh, Darren.
That's a haircut.
We need help.
Dude, this guy's a Gen Z.
Parents,
Gen Z
We
Amawa.
were out finding food, but when we came back, they'd changed.
They attacked us, tried to rip us apart.
Did you say your parents changed? Oh no.
We locked them inside the house, but we don't know what to do.
There's no hope for them. They must die. You should both find shelter in Thirdborn. It's not safe here.
You tell them Kai sent you. That should still carry some weight.
They're going to kill them.
Shh. It'll be okay, Tamamu. They're in our home by the cliff face.
No, no. Mother. Father.
Please. Try to make it fast. And let us know when it's over. We'll need to do the last rites.
Let us know when it's over.
Clear out the homestead. Where is the homestead? Is that close by too? Yeah, so we should actually do the homestead first. So we're going to clear out the homestead with the parents. What level are these quests? Okay, so I'm leveled for pretty much everything here, so we should be good.
That's what a thing to say about one's family.
Eye sharp. Dream thralls ahead.
Well, here we go. Back on the grind, boys. I need like an ability to cast spells faster. I actually did find a piece of armor for that, but I kind of liked what I had. God, man, combat in this game is so satisfying. I've got to say, if you guys haven't played yet, I highly recommend going the magic builds. Just so much fun, especially with this staff. The thing I like about the combat too is it's so fast-paced and dynamic. Like you can constantly move around and like dodge and things like that. So many special abilities. It's a really good system, man. Pillars of Eternity, the CRPGs had really, really good magic systems too. I'm a big fan.
They weren't ready for this.
Good shooting, Kai.
Ooh, level 15. Let's go. Got a new level up point. But yeah, man, the combat, honestly, Pillars of Eternity, weirdly enough, all the games, the entire series, every game's had good combat. Especially Pillars of Eternity 2. Okay, there's a camp over here.
6 years since I saw this place.
So we got to go down there to the homestead. Before I do, though, let's level up a little bit. We should have a character. Oh, no, we don't. Let's go to Wizard. I could level this up again. Increases the frequency of lightning bolts. I'm thinking about either doing that or getting Wand Mastery, so I increase damage with wands by 25%. Let's just upgrade the Storm for now. I want to make sure one of my spells at least has really good, like, overall stats and everything. Alright, let's grab this. Oh, is there anything to explore around here? What's over there? Yeah, you guys see what I'm saying, though? There's a lot of exploration in this game. They definitely probably were trying to pull Skyrim vibes on that, but...
an army and a desert of dream thralls. How long till they fix this godforsaken platform? Get them to fix the damn...
Okay, so that lift's going to be for when we go to the mines, so we'll come back there. Let's go to the homestead first. That smells so good. God damn, man, just so strong. So much damage. So I'm playing on hard mode, and it actually was pretty hard at the beginning, but now my build's coming online, and I'm just crushing things. Yeah, you guys can probably tell even from just watching, but man, the combat is good, man. There's not much else to say. It's just very satisfying. Very good. My build does a lot of stun build up as well, so I'm able to do those like kind of finishers.
I hate to see what the Dream Scourge does to nature, much less people.
Can't imagine having to kill one of your own, even after they've turned.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
All right, let's see what we got up here. Loot. Nope. All right. Let's see how the parents are doing in the homestead. Ah, there they are. Yeah, poor guys. Yeah, that's gonna kill them both real easy. The only problem with that ability is it can hurt you as well, so you got to be kind of careful. But it's very strong. All right, there's a journal back there.
In the oasis. Why did you cut them down?
All right, let's see what this is. So this is just a random story. I won't read the random stories to you guys. I will read the lore bits, though. So if we get lore stuff, I'll read that to you guys. But the random stories, I'll save that. I'll read it off stream. Or let me know if you guys do want me to read those. Let me know on stream, and I can read those out as well. There's something here. Oh, here we go. Cool. Cool, all right. Return with news. So that was pretty easy. I'm just gonna have to let them know the parents are dead, but besides that, you know.
You tear it all off.
There we go. So on the hard mode, pretty much all that happens is the enemies just get a ton of health, and you die more quickly. I wish there was a mode to have the enemies on low health and us on low health. I personally prefer that in games, right? But, you know, to each their own. I usually don't like bullet spongy things, but because the combat in this game is personally so much to my taste, because it's very fast-paced and, like, you know, dodge-heavy, I've been really enjoying it. Oh, wait, they went back to the city. I see. Okay. So before we go back to the city, let's go over here then. We'll do the mine quest and then go to the city and meet Yatsley. Yeah, but for me personally, I love combat systems like this where it's like very fast-paced, like you're dodging around like this constantly. That's actually why I leveled up my guy to have so much resolve, which gives you more stamina. All right, let's go check out the mines. I might need to go up around the corner. So how am I think I need to get up there, right? Can I go from maybe this rock? Like I mentioned, there is a lot of exploration in this game. A lot of the places you think you couldn't get, you actually can by like doing things like this and like trying to traverse around. However, in this case, that might not work. Maybe I can go up over there and around. I'm going to try that. Yeah, but like I mentioned, I mean, the exploration in this game is really good, actually. I think what it's missing is kind of the world's not very dynamic, right? So, like, NPCs barely move around. If you shoot an NPC, nothing happens. If there's an animal on the ground, like chickens or things like that. I was listening to Wolfheart kind of talk about that in or he had a Twitter post, I think. So I actually can't go up on this side, so I guess this one's blocked. But yeah, so like, the world's not very reactive, but like exploration-wise, there's a lot to explore and discover and things like that. So it is pretty interesting in that sense. Travel to the mines and encampment. Let me make sure there isn't something I can do to get the the shaft to come down. I know these guys were complaining about it.
I don't know why we don't use a simple pulley system. If they hadn't made this thing so complicated.
Is there a ladder or anything? Maybe I have to unlock it later. Yeah, we'll come back to this then if that's the case, boys, just so we can unlock it later. For now, we're going to go to Thirdborn, and then we'll come back to the mines. All right, let's get it done. I'm not a big fan of desert maps in games, but I like having one, but I don't like being in them for a long time, so we'll see how I end up liking this zone. I did like the last one. What is that thing?
Let's see what you got.
Let's give ourselves shields.
Where's my mark? Make way.
Right.
I'll find you better armor.
I need to upgrade my stamina. I feel like that's the thing that's kind of holding me back because I keep having to like regen on that.
Give me a second.
10.
I have an upgrade as well where whenever I use power shots, it kind of spams to everyone nearby, which is really good, but I haven't been using it much. Another good thing about the combat is there's a lot of ragdolling. So like with the grenades and things, you can just fling enemies off, you know, sides of ledges and things like that. I think there's a kick as well, but I don't have that unlocked as a mage. I would be interested to do a replay of this game as like a warrior at some point. I'm very happy with the mage gameplay though, for sure. I'm happy I went this route. Whew. All right. Not bad at all. Yeah, man, the combat in this game is just so good. I don't know. It's weird because it keeps getting better and better, in my opinion, as I've unlocked more spells, too. And as I'll show you guys really quick, too. Like, look at these. I love this, man. I love the idea of grimoires in the Pillars of Eternity universe, where, like, you're holding a grimoire and you can use that to cast spells. It's the same thing in Pillars of Eternity, by the way, which I highly recommend. I've been talking them up this entire stream. I really recommend you guys try those games, too. But like all these different spells, and then rangers have all these different things. Fighters, you have your godlike powers, companions. It's very satisfying. The only thing I miss is in Pillars of Eternity, it's a CRPG, so obviously there's more spells and things, and there's certain spells that I loved in Pillars of Eternity that aren't here. Primarily, so in the Pillars of Eternity games, there's things called chanters, and they can summon things, right? So in the Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, chanters, like their entire kit is just summoning monsters to help you fight. And I love that playstyle. I love summoners, and so and honestly, it would work in this game great. I don't know why they didn't add it. I think it'd be very easy, like just add spells that just summon like spiders and just have them fight for you, right? I don't think it'd be a really big deal. So it's kind of a bummer they didn't. But you know, for future games maybe. And there's always Pillars of Eternity as well. Also, in Pillars of Eternity, there are things called ciphers, which have like very interesting spells and like can see the future and things like that. Those are also very interesting. You know, and you would expect Avowed to be a little bit of a less hardcore version of Pillars, right? Because it's not a CRPG, but still a bummer. Some of that stuff's not in here, right? But what is here is fantastic, so not much to complain about, man. Yeah, see, a lot of stuff to find if you're exploring around. I think there might be something on the top of this ledge. All right. Anything? No, not really. Okay. Bon voyage. Let's get out of here, boys.
Throw off 10.
Yeah, the thing about the storm is whenever you're above it, you just can't see anything because of the clouds. But that thing does work. All right, what do we got here? Hylax's note. If you find this note, I continue to look for a safe place for us. Only death will keep me from my task, for I, Hylax, have made a promise to you good people. Interesting. That'll probably come up later. What do we got over here? Abandoned town. Exceptional bow. There's something over here. What is that sound? The hell?
Water's precious here, but I don't think that's why they locked it.
Unlocks with the well key. There's got to be a way to get that open. I want to go down there. Maybe I can get in through over here. Oh, no. I bet if you go down the well, that's probably where you come out of. There's got to be a key nearby, right? Let me look around the area a little bit. It's got to be close. Barred. Is there a way in here? Let's look inside. Yeah, so there's could be in that chest, maybe. Can I get to the top of here? Maybe there's like a entrance near. Let's try and jump right here. All right. Hey, what do you know? Flame-eaten diary. Most pages are too scorched to read. A final entry, however, is still legible. In my haste to clear away the arachnids which inhabited our study, so as to make room for our changed fellows, I accidentally left the well key in the laboratory. A foolish slip of the mind, an absence. In absence, I pray that this is no symptom of the plague in me.
That doesn't bode well.
Sick. Okay, so we gotta find the laboratory. Exactly my thoughts, Giada. Exactly my thoughts. Perfect. See, there's a lot of environmental storytelling and things like this, which I was not expecting from Avowed, but I'm telling you, man, if this game had a better writing, right? Like if it had the level of writing and main story of the Pillars of Eternity games 1 and 2, primarily 1. God, this would be a banger. I mean, there's a lot of other things they'd have to fix too, like the world's not reactive. It almost feels like a AA game, like a AA game in a AAA coat of paint. In a lot of ways, and there's good and bad things about that. But God, man, like I see so much potential in like a sequel to this, and then add chanters, add ciphers, make the world more reactive, focus on the storytelling. Like God, man, it could be really, really fantastic. Research supplies. Ooh, look at that. What do we got down here? A lot of exploration in this area. Research house key, ash-tinged note. First of all, let's fight what's ever down here.
This one's mine.
I need a moment.
Oh, I'm out of mana as well, so that's going to be a little rough. I can take a potion. God, man, that does so much damage. The stun build-up's ridiculous, too. Because I know you guys didn't see me playing this game earlier, but I used to never get the kind of stun gauges up at all. Okay, let's give myself some fire. Let's get in there. Shoot, that's not good. I'm getting a little cocky. Yeah, man, that fire was just killing me. Luckily, it should drop it now. Yeah, I should be able to take him out. You get second wins in the game as well, so when you originally go down, you come up one time, but then if you go down again, you're donezo.
To your left. Need a head. Let's see what you got.
This is kind of tough.
Hold on.
I'm almost ready.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things, too. Okay, we got that one. Not bad. I'm trying not to use any of my main spells because I don't want to waste mana here. Another thing I'm not a huge fan of in this game is mana. You always have to take potions or eat. And it works because they have a whole economy around crafting food to, you know, basically be able to, keep your mana reserves and health up. However, I personally prefer, being able to regenerate naturally. There's some powers later on, it looks like, that do that, but, we're going to have to wait on that. All right, let's find this laboratory. Tomato. All right, let's do here. Not the laboratory, but we might be able to get in through here. Okay, interesting. So where's the laboratory? It's got to be around here nearby, right? I'll keep following the notes. Research best practices. This could be it right here, actually. Yeah, this is it.
Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Got the well key. Awakened Adra,
This
nice.
climate does not agree with me. At least it's a dry heat.
But see, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of exploration in this game, and like little. It's just, this isn't a quest, but you know, I'm going on this whole thing just exploring. It's pretty cool to see, you know, and I'm liking that Obsidian's going that route, but there's a lot to improve as well. Only fragments of sentences remain on this burned document. Crystal eater spiders of the living lands, but upon what mineral, perhaps the unique properties of. So he's doing research on something with the spiders. The Stone War. Once again, let me know if you guys do want me to read out some of these. They do save in your journal, so I can always go back to these. If you guys want to learn some lore, Pillars of Eternity, I already know a lot, but you guys might not. The Deerwood is actually where you play in Pillars of Eternity 1. It's part of the Adir and Empire, but they kind of split, right? They were trying to win their own independence. All right, so let's go back to the well now that we have the key. Is there anything right here? Also, let's grab this. All right, back to the well.
Be prepared.
Cool. Yeah, but once again, stuff like this, man, it just makes the game so much more dynamic and interesting. But you gotta have writing, man. Writing is always first and foremost.
At the bottom of the well.
Because in my opinion, if you don't have a cool world and like awesome world building and writing, pretty much everything else is for naught, right? Like as much as I'm enjoying the combat, and I really do like just playing the game, what's going to push me through it is learning about the world. Wow, what do we got here? You know, but learning about the world and the gods of Pillars of Eternity and like, you know, the implications on the other games and things like that. I don't know about you guys. I know for a lot of people it's all about gameplay, but for me that couldn't be further from the case. God, this one is so hype. Let's hold you. I could give us a shield. We don't really need one right now, though. I need so much more stamina, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, my stamina is really low, so if he jumps at me, I'm going to have an issue. There we go. All right, easy peasy.
That's one for us.
Yeah, this is a cool little spot, though. Little spider cave. Right. Pick up the bow. Also, we should probably take down some of these things. What do we got here? Spindle Walker. Webs no longer slow you. A successful parry has a 20% chance of laying webs that slow enemies. That's super awesome, but it doesn't fit my build at all, so I think I'm just going to break it down for some parts so I get Awakened Adra. Really cool one, though, for sure. I'm going to also get rid of both of these since I don't need them. Okay. What do we got here?
You take lead.
Okay, so I need to get down there. Can I blow those up? No. Can I get down here? I don't think so. There's got to be a way in. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing something. Okay, let's go back. Am I missing a door? I must be, right? Maybe there's something I can blow up as well. Like, I wonder... It feels like I should be able to blow those up with, like, fire, right? Let's try this. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so let's try... I'll turn on my fire ability and walk into one. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. There must be a door I'm missing. Or maybe I have to come back later or something? Like, it feels like I'm supposed to blow this up or something, right? I mean, maybe I have to come back. I can see down there, though. That's where I'm supposed to go. Maybe there's another way in. Let's go back to the front. I really like the zone. It's very cool looking, at least. Huh. Is there anything above I can look at? No. Interesting. Yeah, I'm missing something about the well. No, it's got to be there, man. I must be missing something. Huh. Can I go this way? Interesting. So we'll come back to this then for now. There might be something I need to like actually get through that area. I don't want to spend too long trying to figure that out though. So let's make our way to the city. That way we can find Yatsley. All right, bon voyage. What do we got over here? So many things to explore too. Like I mentioned, I feel like that part's been getting better too as I've gone into further and further zones.
Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
Oh, are you here to grieve someone too?
It isn't safe here.
It isn't safe anywhere, so I'm not troubled by this. If I die, I at least die somewhere beautiful. There are so many flowers here. I'm sorry I never learned their names. My brother thought of them as friends, you know? He loved them dearly.
Your brother sounds kind. Is your brother the one you're grieving for?
I grieve for everyone I've lost, and everyone who has lost someone. But yes, for him especially. He died last month. The Dream Thralls killed him. Killed 3 of his comrades. He absolutely hated fighting. All he wanted to do was be a gardener. If the plague ever ends, I'll grow a garden around his grave. Right now, all I have is this bouquet. I'd bring it to him, but...
But what?
It's not safe. There are things near his grave. I can't fight them. But you look like you could. Will you go chase them out? Put flowers on his grave in my stead. And maybe tell him I'll grow him a garden one day.
I think I saw a cairn across the lake bed. That must be the place.
So that's interesting. There's a lot of like unmarked quests in this area, right? Because I don't think that's in my journal. Let's double check. Maybe it is. Learn what happened here. Return the news. Yeah, so that's not even in my journal. It's just kind of there, right? So, but I'm sure we'll find that when we walk by. I've noticed there's a lot of quests in this game that are like that, where you'll do something for someone and, oh, fuck, how do I get through here? I don't think I have anything that'll get me through this. Shoot, dude. Because there's a chest right there. But, yeah, there's a lot of quests in this game where, you know, you'll do something and you don't even realize, but, like, the person will have more dialogue and things will change in the world and you don't realize. That's why I almost think that over time Avowed will get more and more loved, if that makes sense, because the game has a lot of issues, don't get me wrong. It's no like Kingdom Come Deliverance or Baldur's Gate 3, but however, it does have a lot more depth than I think people are giving it credit for, like in terms of choices and consequence and things like that. And I'm curious to see, you know, how this will all play out in time. You know, if like over time people will grow to appreciate Avowed more. I really hope so, because I love the Pillars of Eternity universe. And the more and more things we can get in this universe, I mean, that's just going to be fantastic. Because I cannot tell you guys enough, and I mean this when I say this, Pillars of Eternity 1 might be my single favorite, like, narrative in an RPG of all time. And I like sci-fi more than fantasy, so that's saying a lot. I'm going to freeze that guy up so we don't have to worry about him for a second. So I don't know, man. I really want to see this series continue to grow. It has such a cool world. And so much potential. Like I think a Baldur's Gate 3 level game in the Pillars of Eternity universe is pretty much the dream come true. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, so let's take these guys up. Give them that. Whew. I'm gonna throw a grenade. We're smoking them now. Yeah, see, my stamina's so low, though. I gotta up that. God, there are a lot of bad guys here.
What am I hitting?
I also upped my range a lot, so I can fire from pretty far, but oftentimes, as you guys have seen, they usually get pretty close. But in situations like this, it's pretty nice. Alright, is there anything to loot next to me? No, let's go here. There we go. Okay, cool, cool.
Everyone okay?
Alright, got some decent loot. What do we got here? So there's the banquet. I wonder, can I go back and talk to her? And will she say something now that I put the banquet down? Let's go figure it out. She might be back at town now or something too. Yeah, see, is she gone now? Yeah, so maybe she's back at town. But see, it's little things like that. So I'm imagining when I go back to town, right? She'll be like, oh my god, you did the flowers, thank you. But see, like, Avowed's a good game, but it's just missing that little bit of, like... Because in something like Baldur's Gate 3, you would see the person walking there, or like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like, yeah, like you would see... It would be really immersive, you know? That's the part that Avowed is missing, but it has a lot of things that make it really cool, too. And like I said, I love the world. I do wish the writing was a little better, especially at the beginning, but it seems to improve some. All right, let's make our way to Thirdborn. Oh, man, there are a lot of these things. I missed completely. I just missed both. That is a yikes. Didn't need him anyways. All right, let's go over here.
Bravo.
Ooh, what do we got here? There might be something in the water. We can check it out. Is there anything here of note? Oh, yes there is. Oh, there's a lot of chests, actually. So let me grab a little bit of air, and then we're going to go back down. Sweet. All right. I figured there'd be something in here. It looked a little suspicious. No quest items, though? Guess not. All right. Yeah, but so far it's been an interesting game. I wouldn't say I'm whelmed. I'd probably be more on the side of like I'm actually enjoying it a good amount now, but
Trespassers, who goes there?
oh shit.
Quarry in the brush.
Okay, we'll go like that.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, these guys are tanky.
Patience, I'm almost ready.
Totally missed that as well. Alright, perfect. Let's grab this, we'll get the teleporter too. Then let's talk to this this poor old woman over here.
Your face. You must be a dream thrall.
Is that any way to start a conversation?
No. You're one of them.
Yes, I will feast on your guts, I'm joking.
You. That's not funny. They attacked me, destroyed my goods. You need to get to safety.
We took care of it already. The ones who attacked you are gone.
Thank you. Please, I think I need a moment alone. Then I'll take what's left of my things and go. If you see anything you'd like, it's yours.
And I thought Emerald Stair was in trouble. How anyone survives here is a mystery.
All right. See, so I mentioned it earlier on stream, right? How Avowed kind of feels like a 2006 RPG in good and bad ways. But I think this is like a perfect example of what I'm talking about. So this woman, right, this like tradesperson, is right next to these dream thralls that like stole her stuff and are killing everything. And, you know, it's kind of like just set dressing. Like you're supposed to walk up to her and be like, oh, cool story. Like she's getting attacked. But the problem is it's not immersive, right? Like when you play something like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I might do more on stream with you guys as well once we're done with Avowed, like everything feels more grounded, more genuine, right? And what I mean by that is like the store owner would be dead, or like you would see the store owner running away. You would, and then they'd be like, "Help me!" And then if you kill the bad guys, she'd be like, "Oh, hey, can we go back to my little hut because I have food there and we can talk about what happened?" Like because you know realistically, it's like, wait, you're telling me these thralls killed everyone? They're just standing here while you're behind this rock, which they could easily get over and kill you. It's like. It's little things like that, which I think is like where RPGs are going now, and it makes it really hard. It's harder to do, but I think that's what Obsidian is missing. They're still making some cool worlds and good solid RPGs, but they're not taking that next step, and I don't really necessarily think they're trying to. To me, I think their CEO even came out. They're kind of going more for like just a chill. We're just making some medium-sized RPGs that have some like cool writing and some fun quests. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I definitely think like they are capable of more. And you know, it's tough to keep trying to one up yourself every time, and there's risks to that too. But I do think in some ways it's like you gotta do a little more.
This place was bad enough before the Dream Scourge. Now it's downright hazardous.
I believe we can cure the Dream Scourge.
I remember what it was like to be blindly optimistic. I envy you. This used to be a fertile land, with lakes, forests, all of that. Then everything suddenly changed several hundred years ago. Now it's blasted deserts and dried up seas. Anything that lives here is simply stubborn enough not to die.
That's the most apt description of Thirdborn I've ever heard.
We'll be fine, Marius.
Ah, yes. There's that most reliable of survival tools. Unearned confidence. That probably serves you well as an envoy, but you can't eat confidence when you're starving. What do you need? If I must.
All right, then let's talk to Giada, and then we can see if we can upgrade.
I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. Finally, I had a moment to myself, and look what happened. The steel Garrote invaded the living lands. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell.
See, now I want to talk about it. I mentioned it before, but there's a lot of dialogue in this game kind of like this. This one's fine, but there's some moments where, like, someone will be complaining about stuff, even this a little bit, and it's like, dude, like, there's a Dream Scourge killing everyone. Like, why? I don't care about your feelings. Like, we gotta save people,
True, but I need to raise my spirits. Literally and metaphorically. I used to think I had it all figured out. But the living lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that?
By setting Sapadal free and fixing what's broken in the living land. Sapadal is a problem. We should deal with them permanently.
I could never bring myself to kill a god. They're an endangered species. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the living lands? What if my entire career was a mistake?
Have a little faith in yourself. You chose this path for a reason.
Did I? After what happened to my parents, I always thought the path chose me. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices, and I won't be the last.
All right.
Pleasant dreams.
We also got a whale totem, which is pretty badass. Apparently, is there another zone as well?
Have you ever been to the Valian Republics?
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fjord.
I've never even left the island before.
So we can't enchant that. Bullets bounce to hit 2 additional enemies within range. That is pretty good. I kind of want to just do this to upgrade my one last trick. We'll do it and just see if that weapon's any good, actually. We could even change up my build a little depending on how good that is. Because I haven't been using it at all, really. I'm going to upgrade the wand again. Yeah, let's just keep upgrading it. Petrified wood branch. Am I able to craft that? Petrified wood branch 10. I might be able to, actually. Enchanting. Can I make petrified wood branch? I don't know if you can make things. Fine upgrade material. No, I'll just have to find some. That's okay, though. I'm pretty strong.
That's probably why there's so much.
All right, let's get it done. I want to get Yachtley in the party, too. I bet her her abilities are probably pretty strong. I think she's a mage, obviously. She's an animancer, so. Okay. Also, do I have any skill points? No. So let's try the gun really quick. There are guns in this game, by the way, which does separate it from a lot of other, I guess, holy shit. God damn. This thing's pretty good. It's not as good as my upgraded, I guess, staff, though. This thing just does so much damage. And with the staff, I get more abilities I can use. Yeah, see, the staff is just too strong. But if I upgraded that gun, I think it'd be pretty good. Yeah, see, the staff is just, it's just ridiculous. But, you know, it's getting there. There's some more guys around us somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Let's, I'm actually going to put this down. Let's stick him right there. Yeah, so these guys are tier 4. You can see that on their, next to their name. There's 2 skulls in tier 4. So they're actually 1 tier above me, which means I do way less damage to them as well. And the way you fix that is by upgrading your gear like I was doing at camp. It's kind of a weird upgrade system, honestly. So basically, instead of like just upgrading your character, if your actual gear is under leveled, you just do less damage than your gear should. I don't think I necessarily enjoy it that much. I mean, I like the upgrade system. Like, the system itself is cool, but it's like how it actually interacts with the game is kind of, it's a little annoying, to be honest. Because, like, for example, I just do so little damage to these guys now until I find upgrade materials, which I have to search for in the world to then upgrade my weapon, right? So while you're in that weird, like, middle period, you just do so little damage, even on the lower difficulties, that it's pretty annoying, right? Let's do that. God, man, that combo is just devastating. Yeah, the staff's too good, boys. I don't know. The gun's cool, but no, this is just on a different level. Okay, let's cure on the fire. We gotta heal a little bit. So you can like really get in there and kind of like parkour around. I like it a lot, man. This is the exact type of combat I like in games. Just fast movement, lots of just going around quickly. Okay, stick her down. Is there anyone else to fight? No, I'm just gonna go back. Alright, took her out. Nice, nice. Alright, there we go. So Giada's dead, by the way. I think she's like right behind. Where is she? Is she like right around here? She's got to be behind me somewhere. Oh, she's like in the brush. I didn't even see her. There you go. There you go, Giada.
I'm almost ready.
Yeah, see, so tanky though, man. When you don't have upgraded gear for whatever zone you're at, oof, it is brutal, man. It is a war of attrition. And like I said, I feel like they should almost give you like double upgrade points. I'm finally getting to the, you know, the period in the game where my build's kind of coming online. So I do see why they made it slower, probably because the game is not, you know, that long. Maybe I am more towards the end. I'm not 100% sure, but no, I knew I was here in the box. But you know, I feel like they just need to adjust it a little bit. I know the game got delayed, but it does feel like it's like, you know, it needed like just a little bit more in the oven to, you know, for balance reasons and things like that. I think the bigger things like the reactive world, like you can't really, you know, that's not going to change. Avowed just wasn't built for that. I don't think they scoped it that way at all from the beginning. Whew. If any of us do get low health, I'll put out the heal, but for now, it should be good.
The dream thralls almost got through.
But they didn't.
You're just going to pretend like nothing happened. Hold it right there, Adiran. What are your intentions in town? Been sick? Strange dreams lately?
Relax, Daran. The only strange dreams we've had involve your mother.
What?
Kai? What are you doing here? Temerty's gonna have a fit.
Kai, what is this all about? Save the pleasantries. I'm here on a matter of Adiran business.
I, left without saying my goodbyes.
Kai shouldn't be here. None of you should be here. Huh. You're with the Adirans now?
I'm with the Envoy, and we're against the Dream Scourge.
We don't want to quarrel. We're looking for Yahtzee.
Right, right. Answer the question, Adiran.
Come on, Daran. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt he could have done that if he was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
Are you smoking Svef? The Adirans tried raising Fior. We'll be next.
Not the Adirans, the Steel Garrote.
Which we would love to share with Temerty if you'd let us in.
Daran, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Thirdborn has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
Law and order. This place has gone downhill.
See, so this is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of writing, though. I mentioned it a little bit earlier on the stream, but I feel like video game writing, like, I don't know why. Even places like Obsidian, in Avowed specifically, it's not always, but, like, that's not natural. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually were to pull up on a guard post in real life, in the fantasy world, right, where you would just kill dream thralls, you know, it's like, it's too tropey. Like, we walked up and it's like, good cop, bad cop. He's like, hey, we don't trust you, blah, blah, get away. But I feel like in real life, it'd be like, who the fuck are you, bro? Like, what are you doing here? You know, like, I wish video game dialogue was a lot more natural. Like, one game that does it super well is Cyberpunk 2077. Like, every time you talk to someone, even just random NPCs in that game, like, it feels authentic. It feels real. Red Dead Redemption 2, right? They don't feel like actors in a play, right? That's one big issue I have with a lot of RPGs nowadays, and Avowed to an extent too, as we just saw. It's like you feel like you're watching a Broadway show where like the actor's trying to like, haha, I am the bad cop, I'm supposed to like do this, you know? It doesn't feel like authentic, real people. And I don't know. I think honestly, I think games that focus more on writing would just be so much more, you know, interesting. You know, and Obsidian does, but it's just, I think there's a lot of things that can improve. And I've been thinking about making a video on it. I don't think for the main channel, maybe on this channel, but I'm trying to formulate thoughts on it, right? It's one of those things I'd have to give a lot of thought about why I feel that way and like what is good and what is not. Ah, this is nice. Look at this town. Goddamn.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was... I think I saw my uncle out there. He left a few weeks ago on a trade caravan.
Ah, nah, that don't mean nothing. Could be someone
Or even
else.
something like
Don't give
this,
up.
right? So that's a perfect example. You walk into town and there's just like 3 people randomly standing there. You know what I mean?
Wanted to be him.
Also, everyone's trying to call my
Go
name.
check if you'd like.
But you know, like what? Like 3 people are just standing here randomly talking about something. It doesn't make sense. Like you should find them. Like you should have to like listen to them secretly or something like that, right? The heart of the Leviathan. The heart and skeleton of a Leviathan, one of the deadliest creatures to call these waters home, in honor of Kipo, the legendary fisherman who single-handedly claimed both for Thirdborn.
We still have stuff.
But we'll do everything we can to keep you safe.
If you need material for bandages, I have some. I'll even give you a good price. Wish I could give it out for free, but I still have to eat.
What if all the merchants agreed to share their wares for free?
We'd run out of resources eventually, and then we wouldn't have the money to restock. This plague needs to end soon. I don't know what we'll do if it doesn't. Anyway, did you need any linens? Silk?
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to sell some of the things I'm not using just because I want to make sure I have enough money to buy things whenever they come up. Grimoire of Defense, Grimoire of Distant Death. This is actually a pretty nice grimoire. I like the one I have, though, and it also is a rare one, so I should probably keep it if I can. Is there anything else? What do we got here? Just the things I sold her. Okay. All right, nothing too crazy.
We still have stock.
Speak with Yatsley. We will, but before we do that, let's actually check the map. Oh my god, there are a lot of quests here. Holy. Yeah, a lot of quests here. So this zone is pretty extensive. This looks like it's actually going to be the most extensive zone I've been in so far. Interesting. Okay. And then so we're over here in Thirdborn. What else have we found? We still need to go back over here. Okay, cool. I mean, first let's talk to Yatsley, though, before we grab any of these side quests. And also we can probably return with the news that we did garner earlier. There's another merchant over here, another one here we can also talk to. But first let's return with the news, and then we'll go from there.
Don't tell me you're out of linen.
Just
We need
weapons
to make
everywhere,
bandages.
I don't know what you expect me to do. You there, the one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with rich...
You hungry? I might be able to help.
Okay, so let's buy anything to buy. Not really. Yeah, a lot of people trying to give me quests out here, though. So we'll pick those up and then go from there. But let's talk to the couple that we helped out with their house.
Are they? Did you?
Are they dead?
I sense further loss in your future. They will not be your last. Yeah, that is... Goddamn, bro.
It had to be done.
It can make you stronger, but you never have to like it. Don't forget that.
Let's go, Namiho. We need to be with them now.
They'll be all right. Eventually.
All right, let's check out that. Ooh, look at this. What an area. Very nice view. First, let's open this chest really quick, and then we'll take a look. Damn, the combat looks really flashy and good. Gives Hogwarts Legacy vibes. Yeah, I actually never played the new Harry Potter game, but it kind of does look like that a little bit. I really enjoy it, like I said. I think I can go down there. I'm not sure, though. By the way, I know you like reactive worlds and stuff. Have you heard of the game Atomfall? It looks like it might have immersive sim elements and a lot of freedom in how you approach stuff. Fallout plus Stalker. I haven't looked that much into it, though. When does it come out? I'll definitely give it... I'll look into it more once it's about to release. But Stalker specifically, I really enjoyed. A lot of immersive sim stuff in Stalker. And they just came out with a new update that kind of improves A-Life, so that should be nice. I'm actually working on a video for the main channel right now where I do talk about Stalker some. I've talked about it in previous videos as well. The next video on the main channel, so Frankly Gaming, obviously you guys here, this is my second channel, so I do like other types of videos here, but on my main channel, Frankly Gaming, I do have a video coming out this coming week on Subnautica. So every biome in Subnautica and like going into the ecology and like philosophy of every zone and things like that. After that, I have a Baldur's Gate 3 iceberg. That one's going to be fucking awesome. But that won't be out for like a month because we got to do all the editing and things. But I finished all the writing. I think it was like 50, 60 pages. That's going to be awesome. And then the video I'm working on right now is kind of like the most complex ecosystems in games, which I think will be pretty interesting as well. So we'll see. March 27th.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
Baldur's Gate 3 is literally so much content. I've done 5 to 6 playthroughs and haven't come even close to seeing everything. Dude, Baldur's Gate 3 it's like a once in a generation type game, you know? And I hope Larian can pull it off again, but it is such a fantastic game, man. It's perfect for icebergs. I don't know why I didn't do the iceberg earlier. I had done some research and planning even a year ago when Baldur's Gate 3 originally came out. But I think I'm glad I waited because there's more theories and more fleshed out stuff. But yeah, that video is going to be awesome. And I think the Subnautica one will be great as well. But I'm really excited for the Baldur's Gate one coming in a month. I'm on a critical mission to save lives from the Dream Scourge. I'm not Ludwig. Don't confuse me with that murderous zealot.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dream Thralls siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Give Temetri the letter. Inquisitor Ludwig has a message for you. Only my own. Ludwig and her steel Garrote are coming. Yahtzee says the godless ruins here might hold the key to the Dream Scourge. I'm just here to see if she's right. I'm going to give her the letter just to see. I'm worried this letter's going to make me look bad, though.
But Ludwig and her goons stole all my research on the godless back. She's up to something, and it can't be good.
I don't know why that skipped.
What do you mean?
Wait, what did that? It skipped over what she said. But Ludwig and her goons stole all my research on the godless back in Fior, and now she wants to look at the same ruins we do. She's up to something, and it can't be good. Yeah, Ludwig definitely wants something. She knows about the godless. Think of what Ludwig did for Fior, then use your imagination. The Inquisitor might be after the location of the garden too. We have to beat her to it.
Andra's depths. If I could help you, I would. The fact of the matter is, I'm in over my head already. I can't even protect the ruins myself. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
I think Ringrim was in Pillars 1 and 2.
As in from the circle
or
of
2, maybe.
Archmagi?
I think, yeah.
She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing.
I definitely recognize that name from Pillars.
She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
This is getting interesting because I feel like the story now has a lot of potential to pick up because, you know, we're going to find some ancient kind of things here shortly. Why does her voice sound so familiar, the pink-haired girl? It does sound familiar. I know Kai is Garrus from Mass Effect. I don't know who pink-haired girl is, but it does sound familiar. The ruins must hold something terribly important if Ringrim came all this way.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwig wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Reengrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
Interesting. I wanted to say Cragholt is an area of the Deerwood once occupied by the Archmage Councilhot. The keep was beset by conflict when one of Councilhot's competitors, the Archmage Leningrath, hired elite mercenaries to attack the keep and prevent Councilhot from achieving immortality. I'm pretty sure I played this in like a DLC in either the first or second game. I don't remember exactly. It's been a little bit, but like I remember Councilhot as well. So this is all from Pillars of Eternity. See, this is what I'm saying, man. It's heating up. I gotta say, the story's heating up. It's getting better. You know, I'm like, okay, like we're gonna start talking to gods here shortly, like the first Pillars games, things like that, right? You know, outside of the god in my head, Sapple, whatever, Sapple Dinkle Dork or whatever it is. Well, I need those ruins, so if that means dealing with Reengrim, so be it. I'm sorry, this is an appalling situation. I just want to find the garden. I don't want to deal with an Archmage.
I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death.
Oh, wow.
But I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
When an Archmage like Reengrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain.
Yatsley kind of sounds like Lady Vosh from Warcraft 3. I mean, that could be the same voice actor. Yeah, I'd have to... Someone look it up. Who's the voice actor for Yatsley? Waste not, want not, I suppose. There are rumors that she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. That's kind of sick. Is it strange that I'm only more interested now? I'm so glad they had this option, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes, and please, I don't need to know more. Reengrim's given me and my troops enough nightmares already. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But if you want to find Reengrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatsley, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck.
I'll keep Yatsley safe. Are you wishing Yatsley or me luck?
You'll find out the answer to that soon enough. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
Got a lot of quests.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. Oh, you do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
So the plan is probably do the side quests and then do that, right? Yeah, so let's, yeah, it's also a little above my level. I have good gear for my level, so I'd be able to do this, I'm sure, but I want to do some of the side quests, too. I mean, we already have a lot that we haven't gotten to yet. Investigate the grotto, learn what happened here. Which one is this? Is this on the map? Investigate the grotto, learned what happened there. Oh, I also have battle. Yeah, so we have a lot of quests we're going to actually get to first. Before we do the mines, though, like I mentioned, we want to get all the side quests around here. And then we're just going to kind of explore around this zone, find secrets. I know Whale has some, I guess, upgrades we could try and go for. And we'll figure it out past there. Oh, it's Anaji Biahami. I don't know if I'm butchering that name. She did Symmetra from Overwatch, and the one I know her from most, Medusa from Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Oh, she's Symmetra? Interesting. Yeah, she does have a very distinct voice. I'm liking it overall though, like her voice acting. It's fine. All the voice actors seem to be doing a good job. It's their writing, especially early on, was kind of just okay. It's gotten better though. Can't kill the chickens. 0 out of 10, bro. Come on, Obsidian. What is this crap, bro?
Even this is a surprise. Giada, come say hello.
Who is this guy?
Hello
It's what's his
there.
name?
I thought our paths might cross again.
Quilici, there you are.
Ah, my dear Giada. I never thought I'd see us both.
This is
exiled
Yahtzee
from
guy.
Fior Mesiverno. Yet here we are. As you can see, the good people of Thirdborn have welcomed us with open arms. Remarkable under the circumstances. The Dreamscourge has struck this place with violence, bloodshed, death.
At least you can help the fight against the Dream Scourge. Had the Steel Garrote given you any trouble?
We were ambushed in the wilderness, but I think that was a classic example of overcompensation. Their loss in Emerald Stair was a blow to morale. You might be the next target of their anger.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, no, thank you for our salvation. Now that we're under Thirdborn's protection, my animancers can get back to work. We've made a few improvements to the local fishing gear, tinkered on harpoons and the like. You might not believe it, but some of our farming equipment is back to working order.
I didn't know Shatterscarp's scrap soil was rich in the necessary nutrients.
Ah, that is where the challenge lies, does it not? We have many animancers working on the problem. Though it is difficult to farm when one is under attack, eh? The sheer numbers of infected makes our work perilous.
Do you need any help?
We have everything under control, and your work is too important to squander on agriculture. One more thing before we're parted again. We've made a tidy profit of our labor.
Ooh, there we go.
The others gathered a little something for you. Don't spend it all at once.
Thanks, I'll try.
Go on then. Surely you have better places to be. No doubt the Adiran envoy has a message to deliver or a foreboding parcel of some kind.
So that's nice. So based on my decisions in the last act, right? We're seeing some of those guys now kind of carry over here. Before I grab those quests, let's go try and buy something. I actually do want to spend all my money immediately.
Be nice. Let me know if you need something. Best weapons this side of Abidan's Forge.
Abidan's the god of like kind of making things and forge. Show Star Metal. Do you know how to forge this into anything?
I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is probably your best bet if you're looking for someone who does.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure? No one can swing a hammer like you.
If you knew how rare this stuff is, you wouldn't ask me to risk it.
All right, sweet. So Solace, I assume, is going to be the fourth zone we go to. And based on the game telling me about these 4 zones constantly, I'm assuming that's going to be the last one as well. I'm hoping it'll be as big as this one. I hope it's not just like a super short final zone. But we'll see. All right, let's sell these. Is there anything over here at Corrupted Adra? Upgrade unique weapons and armor at the party camp. I actually do want to buy... I don't know if I should buy both. I don't know if that's stupid. That might be stupid. Like, it might not be worth it at all. Maybe I should not buy that. Maybe 1. Breakdown gives you 3 awakened Adra. I'm going to buy 1 because I have so much money. Is that worth it? Look how much the good gear costs, though. Yeah, maybe I should not be spending my money like that. Because, like, look, we've got some really good stuff here. Not for my character, but assuming we find someone else with stuff like this. Screw it. I'm going to buy 1. Why not, bro? When in Rome. Before we do the Shatterscarp stuff as well, travel to the mine encampment. So before we venture out, now we're going to pick up the quest. Stray Gods is by David Gator, by the way. If you didn't know that, it came out last year, and it's a musical where your choices change how the songs go. It's so cool. There are many permutations. What did he make? I know he made something else I like. I recognize the name.
Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn.
Chico? When did you get so tall? I almost didn't recognize you.
Kai, you're here too? Now I know Thirdborn is in good hands. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like Kai, and my uncle Capo.
Me? You don't know what you're saying. Believe me. But Capo, he's the real deal. That old salt's a monster slayer.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his
Wow.
work.
What a champ. David Gator is the lead writer of the Mass Effect trilogy and DA Origins. Oh wow, that guy's a goat then. Damn. What game's he working on now? Just Stray Gods, obviously, but yeah, what's he doing now? I'd love to know that. That thing is huge. There's no way he killed it by himself.
Of course he did. I still hear people reminisce about him dragging it back to the shore. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know?
I got you. Speak with Capo. Okay, so I think he's in here too, right? Yeah, so he's over there, but so we'll do that as before we leave town, because I assume he's going to give us a quest to take us somewhere else.
Got things for you to kill.
Hastily scribbled Tira Nui notes. Talk to Aiko. He can't keep getting away with this. Something in the Highlands. Follow up at the Swordfish. Cinzia keeps having fights break out. Don't forget, Master Iado has had trouble with his sailors. Ask for a mediator. How to stop these drunkards from climbing the Leviathan. Talk to Temitri. Okay, I thought that was a quest. It's not.
Hello, stranger.
I was
Welcome
not
to
expecting that
Thirdborn.
voice.
How can the Tiranui help?
What is the Tiranui? Ostensibly a peacekeeping force, the Tiranui were founded shortly after Thirdborn was to break up tavern brawls. Their responsibilities have since expanded to keeping the town and surrounding areas safe, even if their numbers have dwindled in recent years. So they're kind of like the police force, the Tiranui of Thirdborn. Interesting. Dude, this is such a good system. Just like every game needs this, like no matter what. What exactly are the Tiranui? I guess I'm not going to bother.
Okay, well, don't do it again unless you got something to show me.
Damn, okay. Jesus, bro. Calm down. Oh, we have a bunch of bounties. Okay. So we've got Captain Tago.
Enjoy skeleton hunting, friend.
Oh, he's the bounty hunter guy.
Put him out of his misery, will you?
Wilfrus Dispatch. Interesting. Kodo and Dario.
It'll be good to have just a little less crime around here.
Moi Piki. Okay.
I've heard of throwing rocks at people, but not the other way around.
Zarip Chieftain Grineth. Interesting.
Let me know when you've taken care of the Zarip.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we got a bunch of bounties. So we'll fight those as we're going out throughout the world.
Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple favor.
Nasco, hello, friend. Hey, how you going? How's it going today, Nasco? Appreciate you coming into the stream. Yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by today, too, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm having a bunch of fun, man. It's really fun playing Avowed with you guys. I know I haven't been able to stream much recently. You know, I've been busy with work and things and, you know, the main channel. But I appreciate it.
Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you look especially fungal today? Really, it's radiant. I've got a bit of a personal matter, and I'd appreciate some help.
Oh, God, here we go. What's wrong? Why not get help from the Tiranui? Aren't they the law enforcement around here?
Why are you bringing the authorities into this?
Uh-oh.
Have you spoken to Hajime? He doesn't need to be involved. Look, there's a great reward in it for whoever helps me. Wink.
Let's say I'm interested for now. Seems like a reward, like a lot of reward for not a lot of work. Did you just say wink?
No. Wink. Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods, something I'd rather stay private. Embarrassing, you know. So, I'm quite desperate for a friendly and discreet courier.
Perception. Ah, shoot, I'm one off. Otherwise, I probably could have gotten something out of this. What's in the package? Where would I pick up this package? If it's so embarrassing, why not get the package yourself?
I can't leave my shop. What if there's a tsunami? Or particularly rowdy children? No, you should go, not me. You'll probably be fine.
If that excuse were any thinner, you could tie your shoe with it.
My supplier has sequestered himself somewhere with my package. To find him, I'd have to follow the path. They communicate through graffiti, if you can believe it. I've not been able to find any of it, though. Maybe you'll have better luck.
The way you're talking makes it sound like I'm picking up something illicit.
What? No, that's crazy. You're so crazy. We certainly don't need to tell Hajime about our crazy ideas either.
I won't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone lie.
Ah, good. Thank you. Well, looks like you best be off. Be sure to get there and back quick as you can. I'll be here waiting. Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
I like this guy. I like this guy, you know? Let me see his wares, too. Does he have anything good? Let's get the lockpicks, just in case we need them later. Alrighty. Now over to this quest. How many do we have in this city now? We've got one right here, and then we just need to talk to fucknuts over there. And we need to find the graffiti. I'm trying to do everything in this town I can while I'm here. Talk to Yatsley. Oh. Once you're ready to meet the Archmage Reengrim, speak to Yatsley outside the tavern in Thirdborn. I almost want to talk to her to see if she'll just join my party before we actually go, but I'm not sure if that'll work, so we should probably wait on that. Okay. So now let's go to this quest in the Dead Swordfish.
You hungry? I might be able to
I want to see what the merchant in here has as well. So we won't talk to Yatsley yet. Before I talk to you... Let's, you were expecting me. Let's see what you have to offer. Lockpick, we'll grab all those. 30 Trickster's Cuirass, plus 30% move speed while crouched, plus 40 maximum essence. Oh, bro, that is money. Because what does mine do? 15 carry capacity, 40 maximum essence. Ooh, this is nice. Bro, this, oh, fuck, and I spent all my money. Plus 40 maximum stamina. What does mine do? Plus 15 maximum essence. These are, those boots are real nice. Increases your health restoration from all sources by 5%. Oh, but dodging has a 10% chance to restore 20 essence. That's really good. But maximum stamina is so nice. I feel like I want to buy these too. Oh man, dude, this is nice. This map provides information on the locations of fragments for Whale's God Totem. Purchase it to see the information contained within. We actually need that just so we can kind of get all the information there. But can I afford the boots? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is in my inventory, let's put the other boots on. Oh, these are so nice, man. 40 stamina is going to make me just insane while I'm like actually fighting. We're going to need to sell the other stuff. Before we do that though, let's do this. Dang, she has some really good items, man. Like I really want to buy this Trickster's Cuirass. I mean, the 30% move speed while crouch is pretty good just for sneaking around. It's not like the best thing ever, but it's better than what I have currently. All right, cool. All of my companions want to talk to me as well, but we'll do that after we get some of these quests. Yeah, let's talk to her, man.
My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
I'm glad to bring a little joy to this miserable place. Is this what the mud and gore cake on me suggests? Civilization? Seems like there's plenty of civilization to go around here in Thirdborn. Save the flattery for someone else.
Oh, it's nothing so grand as your capital city and its glittering port. Even this outpost's lighthouse.
Did my camera freeze?
Reach only the knee of Wodaka's statue in High Crown.
He's practically an Adiran citizen.
1 second, I'll try and fix it, guys.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall grass pikemen on parade.
Yeah, my camera is, I feel like my camera is overheating. Yeah, it's pretty hot. I think it's overheating. Yeah, the Elgato Facecam, man, it's cool, but I think it could be because the NVIDIA broadcast. Let me try something really quick. Yeah, see, so you guys can see me now, right? I think so. The NVIDIA broadcast, even with the update, it has like some issues. Let me see if we can go back. Now I'm invisible. That might be better. The streams never look so good. Yeah, this is as good as it gets, boys. I think, so it's definitely an issue on the NVIDIA capture side. I mean, I could just put the full camera out. I mean, we are close to, what are we at right now? Are we almost at 3 hours? When did the stream start? Let me actually look. Yeah. How do you guys like this? You guys are like, wow, stream's never been better. Now that you're gone, Frank, things are, wow, the viewers jumped. What the hell? What is that, guys? Why did the viewers just double when I took my face off? What are you guys trying to say? I see how it is. I see how it is, boys. You know, it's fine. Whatever. You know, I'm not crying right now. You're crying. Yeah, so I can put this on, but then it's so distracting. Yeah, this is also, how do you guys like the full, like maroon, like, fit? It's kind of sick, right? This is the book I'm reading right now, by the way. Western philosophy. It's pretty, it's interesting. I'm a little ways in. Not bad. Yeah, but I guess the camera's just not cooperating. That is rough. That is rough, boys. But, I mean, it might be a good place to stop. Let's just talk to this guy really quick, and then we'll save up, and then maybe we can continue. I actually have work off tomorrow, too, so potentially I could stream, just because it's a holiday. And, you know, I'm in finance, so the banks are closed. So let's just hear this guy out, and then we'll figure it out from there. Surely you've seen your fill of Adiran pageantry out in Paradise. It's not often you meet a patriot of Adir in the living lands. Are you a fellow citizen? Who can forget the boys with the tight leather pants and great big sticks? Excuse me? What?
Now that was dignity. That was pomp. Nothing like dour Rawatai. Ugh, I'm wandering. Forgive me, envoy. This land takes its toll on my mind and spirit both. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew. Dear Tawe, Koa, Ranga, they saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Maybe the barkeep should cut him off.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. I only wish I could invite my crew to my table to share one last drink and part as friends.
If you want me to find your crew, Captain, just say so.
You would do that? Venture out into the wastes to look for them?
I know you guys can't see the audio, or the text, but don't worry, it's just the last combo, and then we'll figure out the camera thing. Consider it done.
I knew the moment I saw you, you were a paragon of your people. If anyone could convince Tawe, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink with me, it's you.
Where can I find Tawe?
Just to the northeast, living by an oasis in the Sand Sea. No fence, no walls, no roof, exposed to the world. But that's our Tawe. Nothing ever troubled him that the stars couldn't fix.
Tell me what you know of Koa.
Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. Fled to the shark's teeth with a few others when the plague came. He always had a fragile soul.
What should I know about Ranga?
She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder than out beneath the sky. I expect she's still holed up in the mine outside of town, polishing her arms.
I'll keep an eye out.
Of course. You have been more than generous with your time as it is. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, envoy, and in all your labors to come.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Another drunkard.
So, we've got all the quests. The first thing we need to do is find the graffiti. But the problem is we do have a camera issue. And this might actually be a decent place to pause. And I can kind of talk about my thoughts and things like that. I'm liking the game, man. It's a very solid game. Let's go to the main menu. Very, very solid game. I enjoy it quite a bit. I'm going to turn the music off for this portion. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. You know, it started a little rough for me just because I feel like the storytelling is, especially early on, writing-wise, is not the best. The companions start off very rough. They grow on you a little bit over time. And also as someone that's a fan of Pillars 1 and 2, you know, originally it's very hand-holdy, right? You know, because there's going to be a lot of players playing Avowed that don't know anything about Aora and the world of Pillars of Eternity and the universe there. So it's very hand-holdy. There's a lot of, like, you know, kind of tell instead of show. You know, the world isn't very reactive. You know, the main narrative isn't super compelling early on. Even now, it's not the most compelling thing ever. It's pretty by the book. But, however, you know, we're starting to get some really interesting things. You know, we're starting to meet some of the archmagi, and I'm sure the gods are going to start coming into the fray more outside of just, you know, our patron god, you know, in our head, the voice. And yeah, it's been good, man. I think the environments are very beautiful. Combat, surprisingly, is extremely fun, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting just good writing but bad combat, but if anything, it's almost the opposite. But the writing's fine. It's been getting better. But yeah, I love Pillars of Eternity, man. I love the world of Aora. I think it has some of the best lore in games in general, especially Pillars of Eternity 1. The twist in that game, which I haven't spoiled on stream here and I don't want to, but, you know, as I continue through Avowed, it might start to come up a little bit. But all I can say is if you haven't played Pillars of Eternity 1 specifically, the story of Avowed is pretty generic and, like, straightforward. But if you know the twist of Pillars of Eternity 1 and you know what happens at the end of Pillars of Eternity 2, there's a lot of interesting implications for everything going on, especially with this new god who we're talking to in our head, and who she is and, like, what she is and what that means for the world as a whole. Because Pillars of Eternity is very religious. It's very, it has a lot of commentary on religion and faith, you know, and language and how societies form and things like that. And, you know, Avowed hasn't touched on that as much as, say, the Pillars series has, but I don't think it needs to. You know, Avowed's going for more of a general audience, and that's totally fine. I just hope that by the end of the game, right, there's going to be some really, really interesting lore and world-building implications to kind of build off of, and that's what I'm hoping for. And you know, I've been enjoying it so far. It's been a solid game. I'd probably give it, I wouldn't give it a 7 now. I'd probably 7.5 to 8 is how I'm feeling on it now. I'm enjoying it. The writing feels like it's gotten a little bit better. And yeah, I think if this game can end on a good note, I'd probably be a solid, like, 8-ish for me, like 7.75 to 8. And if it ends amazingly and has some really awesome lore, I could even see, you know, an 8.25, something like that. 8.5 if it's, like, unreal ending. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed my time here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to stream every Sunday. You know, I missed a couple because, you know, there were fires and then work stuff and things, and catching up on some videos. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. And also, this week coming out on this channel, we do have a video on some Elder Scrolls stuff. So I'll be talking about some lore and things like that in Skyrim, Oblivion, and elsewhere. That'll be coming out tomorrow, like in the morning. So I hope you guys enjoy that. On the main channel, too, for those of you who don't know, my main channel is Frankly Gaming. This is kind of just my side channel. So that's why I stream here now, because, you know, the main channel, I want to just focus on longer, like, documentary style, like 2-hour long videos and things like that. But the next video for the main channel actually is coming out this week. And that's going to be probably towards the end of this week, maybe at the latest, like, you know, a week from now. So next weekend. But that one's going to be on every single Subnautica biome. So if you guys are interested in that, check out Frankly Gaming. That's the main channel. And that'll be coming out soon. That video is going to be around 2 hours, a little bit under 2 hours. So we finished up, you know, editing there with all the audio and everything. So we're just putting in some clips and then getting screenshots of different animals and things in the biomes. But yeah, so that one should be good. I think you guys will really enjoy that. And then I have a Baldur's Gate 3 Iceberg coming out on the main channel as well after that. But that'll be around 3 to 4 weeks after Subnautica comes out, which is this week. So we got a while for that. I'm trying to time it so it comes out around patch 8 when it actually drops out, you know, out of just testing. And if not, you know, it'll come out a little bit after. But It should be good. Hey, Frank, hope you're well. Hey, how's it going, Joe? My slow ass missed the whole stream. No worries. I streamed early today. I think it was a really solid stream, though, too. So for anyone that missed it, feel free to go watch it back. It was kind of me checking out Avowed. I had played some already, but we finished up the second zone in the game, started the third. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I was initially. The combat's fantastic. The writing's getting better. The story's getting more interesting. As I mentioned, I love the world of Aora and Pillars of Eternity, so I'm excited to see where this goes. I have work off tomorrow, too, so let me know if you guys do want me to stream. I could potentially stream tomorrow for a little bit, maybe same time. So we'll see. But regardless, you guys will have the stream to watch back a little bit. I might play some Kingdom Come as well. But I want to finish up Avowed first because it's definitely got my attention. Also, goddamn, look at this. Look at this main menu screen. This might be one of the best main menu screens I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, this art on the right, I know you guys can't see it because my camera broke, so I couldn't do the, I couldn't take out the background, but hey, this is one of the best main screens I've ever seen. But yeah, regardless, I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for you guys coming in on stream. I really appreciate it. It's really fun talking with you guys, too. So, Arthas, thanks, man. It's fun to kind of go back and forth and discuss games and things. And that's what I would want this to be, right? A more casual thing where I can just discuss life and games, anything, man, finances, anything with you guys. I love all that stuff. So I hope you all have a fantastic day or a fantastic weekend. If you do have tomorrow off work like I do for President's Day, then I hope you guys have a nice long weekend. But regardless, I do appreciate you guys all watching. And then if you missed it, feel free to go back and watch the rest of the stream. But as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, and if not, I'll see you next week. So thank you very much. There we go.